Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Tim. I'm a technical growth manager at Wialon, for those of you who don't know. And my role within the company is to educate you, to show available Wialon features and capabilities, how to use them properly, how to get benefit from them, and of course, how to configure them in the right way. So today I will be really glad to showcase Wialon features and capabilities, and in particular Wialon video features and capabilities. So a warm welcome to everyone who joined us today, and let's begin with the agenda of our webinar. Yes. So today we will have a look at why the usage of video is beneficial, how it can help you to digitize your fleet, how it can be combined with traditional telematics data, how to work with video features on Wialon, and most importantly, how to maximize the efficiency of usage. And of course, in the end, we will answer your questions. So if you have any questions, then please post them in the QA section, because if you post them in the chat, then we may not be able to handle them. But if you post them into the Q&A section, then you will be able to receive an answer even after the session end. So it's quite important to follow this rule. And right here with us today, we also have my colleague Anton Vaitenko, who is the chat moderator. So don't be surprised if he's providing some answers to you as well. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So video telematics today is transforming fleet operations. It enhances visibility and also improves safety. And it is becoming more and more popular as fleet owners don't just want to know, but they also want to see what's going on inside the vehicles. So it's quite natural that this feature is becoming more and more popular. Let's see the key benefits for fleet owners. If we have a look at them, we will be able to see that there's a reduction of accidents because we are now monitoring the driver behavior and drivers know that they are under control. Then we have the possibility to promote a safe driving culture because the devices are tracking the driver behavior, and definitely you can use this data to talk with the drivers. They also reduce the cost of implementing safer driver habits, and they also allow increased transparency in fleet management. Now, as many of you, yes, we are recording the webinar, by the way, so the recording will be available. Yeah, so as many of you already know, video telematics is used to monitor driver behavior, and there are cases in which we are monitoring not just basic KPIs such as harsh acceleration, harsh braking, harsh turns, also overspeeding within specific areas like within geofences or just overall speed limits. But with the help of video telematics, we can also have more advanced things, to control more advanced things, like we can actually see what the driver is doing inside the car, whether he is using phone, smoking, not wearing seatbelt. Also many other events actually. So today we will have a look how it can help you with some other less conventional ways to monitor driver behavior. And of course, all of this will be beneficial for your end customers and for the business, because you will be able, for example, to prevent fuel thefts, or you will be able to have cargo compartment safety. Like whenever someone is opening the door, you will be able to see the video evidence when it happens. So today we will also have a look at such scenarios as well, and the feature which is called event-based videos. Of course, everything starts with the hardware selection. You need to have a hardware which is capable of capturing such events. You can have some individual requirements, and your customers may have individual requirements, because first of all, there are different devices on the market today. There are MDVRs and dash cams, and they have similar kinds of functionality, but for example, with dash cams, they usually have just two cameras, a road-facing one and the driver-facing one. You can mostly monitor driver behavior. Whereas if you're using MDVRs, which support the connection of multiple cameras, you will be able to have a camera that is, for example, again, facing the cargo compartment door, or you will also be able to have side-facing cameras, or the camera which is facing the fuel level sensor, the fuel tank. So this way, you can definitely use MDVRs if you would like to have more advanced scenarios. So depending on your needs, you can choose these devices. When you are choosing a device, it's important to understand that, of course, you may also want to consider some other factors, not just the features of the device, but also availability in your region, and how fast the manufacturer can ship a device to your country, what are the delivery dates and terms, what is the minimum order quantity, availability of samples, price, and maybe some other factors as well, like power consumption is also a big thing today. So that is why if you are interested in selecting a device, you can check the supported models on our website. And once you connect your tracking device to the platform, then of course there will be some additional configuration that is necessary to benefit from all the video features. And only then you will be able to receive, for example, event-based videos, and have real-time notifications when violations happen. And that's why I would like to inform you that within our company, we have technical growth team, which is able to assist you with that. So what we do is we can assist you with projects. If you have any projects, we are glad to help you. We can suggest hardware for your projects. We can share our knowledge and experience. And of course, most importantly, we can assist you with the configuration of such devices to make sure that everything works as expected, there are no errors, and you get the maximum amount of features out of your hardware, and definitely it will bring benefit to your end customers, as they will be able to use the full set of features. So yes. And now we are proceeding to the live demo, and I will show you the features that we have on the platform. So let's start with the live video. Live video is something that you want to use if you would like to check what's going on inside the vehicle. And it is useful if you want to check what the driver is doing right now, where is he going. So here, the live stream feature can actually be, the live stream can actually be viewed not just from the video tab, but you can also use the monitoring panel if you want to check what's going on inside the vehicle at the moment. So there's an icon on the monitoring panel which you can click, and then you will be able to see the video. Currently, you can see the video from the camera that is installed in our office. You can also choose the cameras if you want. And if you would like to have like a full view, not just one camera, but multiple ones, of course, you can always view the video from the video tab. So here we have multiple cameras, and you can click on the button to view the live stream from multiple cameras. So yes, this is our office, the hardware team, which is working extensively on adding new devices and helping you to connect other devices. Yes, here you can check the live stream. We have the possibility to select the video quality. So if you would like, you can turn on HD video. There's a button at the bottom, which you can click if you want to see more detailed and more high definition video. Because at the moment, we used to have low quality video. Now you can see it's definitely better, because you can see individual details of this duck. If you want, you can expand the video and see what's going on and use the full screen. You can also have a window, like a separate window, which you can drag all over the place. Also resize this, so it might be useful for you as well. In addition to this, we also have the map view icon, which allows you to check where the vehicle is moving at the moment. So it's quite convenient to use this icon, because this way you can easily identify where the vehicle is at the moment. So you may want to use this. Yeah, so it's a nice feature if you would like to check what's going on inside the vehicle. Obviously it's not the only one that we have, and we also have a feature that is called playback, which allows you to check the video that is stored inside the device memory. And here, if you're using this feature, you will be able to see some important events. Maybe if you know that something happened, for example, some time ago, you can choose the date and time. So for example, let me choose here something like this. Maybe press request button, and then you shall be able to see this very gray bar, which is actually the video itself that is stored in the device memory. So when we press play button, the device just starts sending this to Wialon, and you can see what's going on, what was going on. So it's a history data. So this way, if you know that an event happened some time ago, then you can definitely use this feature. And if you believe that it's an important event, you can save this video as a file. There's a scissors icon in the lower left corner of the screen. When you press on it, you can choose the cameras, for example. If you don't want to, if you want some cameras only, you can choose the necessary checkboxes, and then you can set up the duration. Well, the duration is 1 minute, 30 seconds before the event, um, 30 seconds after the event. So here you cannot really make it bigger, because that's the sort of restriction that we have to make sure that all videos are downloaded. And also, as you probably know, the platform is not really designed to be like a video hosting where your devices would be constantly uploading the video data to the platform, and then it would occupy gigabytes and even terabytes of space. Instead, what we have here is the meaningful work with video, where you can sensibly use it and save if you want. So you can click save button, and then it will be it will be put into the queue of saves. We can check the status on the files panel. So at the moment you can see the icon which shows that the video is being downloaded, which means that soon we should be able to have that short piece of video which we will be able to view. In case something goes wrong, as for example the case over here, you can see a red icon which indicates that the error has occurred, and we may attempt to download this file once again. So if you click on this icon, there's a retry button which allows you to attempt the download once again. Also, it's important to understand that if you're using this playback feature, all the files, they are stored in the device memory, so usually on an SD card. And of course, if you would like to have the storage time, bigger storage time, you naturally have to use the bigger SD card to be able to save all of the videos. Otherwise, like older videos are replaced with the new ones. And for example, if we want to check the data, we have a small SD card and we want to check the data from 1 week ago. We may not be able to do this because the device is like always recording, and this is why you may want to have bigger storage if you want to be able to check the data from some time back. And of course, saving files can be done not only, I mean, the device can upload the file not only to Wialon itself, but you can also save these files yourself. So for example, if you check files section, and if you check some videos which have already been downloaded, you can click by using the right mouse button, and then you can choose save a video as option. And if you do so, then you will be able to save these files locally on your PC. So in case the accident happens, and if it's a super important file, then you may want to save this locally as well. And there's also a feature that allows you to get a shareable link, video link. So once again, if you copy the, if you do the right mouse button press and choose copy video address, you will have a link. And this link can be accessed within 48 hours. And anyone who has access to this link will be able to get the video. So it could be quite convenient if you want to share the video, for example, evidence with the police, and you don't want to give them password and login. You can simply copy this link and share. Also on this files panel, you can see that This is basically where you can work with all of your files, either saved manually or event-based videos, which I will show you in a few minutes. So here you will be able to work with such files. On the top of this tab, you can see the remaining storage. Sorry, not remaining storage. This is the occupied storage. And we provide 5 gigabytes of data storage per each unit. And it means that you will be able to have 5 gigabytes of video stored on Wialon, and then once this limit is reached, simply older files will be replaced by the newer ones. And if you would like to make sure that files are super important and you don't want to these files to be overwritten, we have this icon which is called mark as important. It's an orange star icon. So if you mark this file as an important, your file will not be recorded, your file will not be replaced. And later on, you will always be able to view this file and see the video evidence. Yes, so here you may want to use this feature if you want to store your files and keep them on the platform. We also have convenient features here to organize files, like sorting files by columns or applying filter to search files by type or by name. So it could be quite convenient because at the moment you can see that we have around maybe 10 or 12 files here, which is not a big number, so we can easily find what we need. But imagine that this device is working for a few days and there are a few violations made. So it can be easily, we can easily achieve like 100 files per one device. So in order to manage this, you may want to use this icon, which will allow you to filter video evidence by, for example, notification types like speed violation or sensor value violation. Or you can also use the names if you want as well. 1 second. Yes, if you choose notification name, you can select the filter by the notification name. And then you will be able to see the exact video. So yeah, let's clear this. Yes, let's select it. Maybe if you want to see yawning, you can choose notification name, and then it will show you the notification name. You will be able to view it. So here we have a yawning event, and here you can see, for those of you, this is our driver, Ilya. I'm sure many of you know him. So he is our performing actor in this case. So as you can see, he was yawning and the device was able to capture yawning and send this event to the platform. As you can see, the file size, well, we have the duration of 24 seconds. And we have the video from 3 cameras, actually, the driver-facing one, the DMS camera, and the road-facing one. So it takes around 50 megabytes for this particular device. If you would like to save on the data traffic cost, you can choose in the notification properties the cameras from which the video will be saved. And for example, if you are monitoring driver behavior alerts such as driver smoking, maybe driver using phone, not wearing seatbelts, probably it makes no sense to request the video from all of the cameras. You can simply choose just one camera to have the evidence. And this will allow you to have to save on the data traffic cost. You can also reduce the duration of the videos. For example, let's say 5 seconds before the event and 20 seconds after. We also support H.265 video codec for some devices on Windows and Mac OS, which is also more efficient than the previous version of codec. So if you would like to save on data traffic cost, you can use those features. So yeah, this is how you can work with files if you would like to view event-based videos, or if you would like to view manually saved videos. However, this is not the only way how you can view them. As you probably know, we have tracks panel. So if you are using this panel to check trips, here you can enable video icons to be shown on the track, and then whenever the vehicle makes a trip and then there's this video event that is registered, you will also be able to view this video from the tracks panel, and then again you will be able to see some driver violations. Like for example, in this case, the driver is smoking and we can see it. So if you would like to use tracks, you can also use it. And of course, we have similar functionality on files. Like for example, here you can enable map icon, and then it will also show you the location of the violation, when it happened, and you will be able to identify the location. So here we have the phone call alarm. So the driver is using the phone, probably best viewed from this camera, the DMS camera. Yes, so you can see that we have phone call alarm event. Now, a little bit more about event-based videos. So all of the events that you can see here, we did not download them manually because the platform supports event-based videos, which allow you to configure what kind of videos you would like to have, video evidence you would like to have. And all of this is done with the help of the feature that is called real-time notifications. So basically, we configure sensors. For example, like when the driver is closing eye. When I'm talking about sensors, I mean these sensors that you can see in unit properties. So for example, for this device, we have pretty big collection of sensors, as you can see here. If you want, this is a whole device, by the way. If you want, we can share this configuration, and this will save you some time because in this case, we are having a separate sensor for each of the events to be able to run a report, and also to be able to get a separate notification for each of the events. So basically, the notifications are based on these sensors. If we check the properties, you can see that we have sensor value selected as the type. Then we have the value. Well, usually it acts as a digital sensor, in which 0 indicates no violation and 1 indicates violation. And we basically specifying the name of the sensor to be able to get a violation. On the next step, we also choose how we would like to be notified about such violations. For example, they can be We can have a pop-up window notification. We can have emails. It's also a good idea to register event for units and register them as violations in case you would like to maybe later on form a special report that will show you that particular violation type. And most importantly, here we have save a video as a file option, which allows you to get this short piece of video evidence. And as I mentioned, we can select and have selected cameras. So if you only want the video from one camera, you can select one camera, for example. And then it also allows you to save on the data traffic cost. So here, as you can see, you can choose the duration. Again, the duration is set up in such a way so that it could have some meaningful data, because viewing all the video evidence may take like a lot of time. So that's why these videos have really short duration. Like in this case, it's only 20 seconds. You may want to adjust this, let's say 5 seconds before the event, 10 seconds, 15 seconds after the event, but the total duration cannot be more than the number specified here. And that's how you will be receiving notifications. On the next step, you may also adjust the text. So here you can say that I've selected driver distraction event, and I've, in addition to the Google link tag that you can add to show the customer the location of the violation on the map, you may also want to add the video link tag, which is a very useful thing if you would like to show the customer the exact video evidence. So then the customer does not have to log into the platform and check what was going on. So it's a very useful tag that you may want to use. As you can see, we have such notifications here as distracted driving, closing eyes, fatigue driving, harsh acceleration, harsh braking, phone call, smoking. Of course, it all depends on your tracking device, but in addition to driver violations, you can have more advanced things, because Wialon allows you to configure a notification based on any kind of unit activity, not just sensor values. But for example, here we have set up a geofence for our garage area. So what you can do is you can configure a notification that will trigger if the vehicle is outside this area and the door is open. It's called unauthorized door opening. So this way, for example, you can have a scenario in which you have some additional cargo safety in case you have a camera that is installed in the compartment door. Then you will have this notification that will trigger when two conditions are met. So in this case, we have selected geofence as the notification type. We have chosen outside geofence option to get a notification when the vehicle when the vehicle is outside the garage. Let's say it will be not a garage, but some kind of unloading or loading area. And we have also added door sensor status. And then once these two conditions are met, we can have a video evidence which will prove us that for example, the cargo door was opened outside this geofence area, and we will be able to receive a video evidence. So cargo safety can be improved with the help of that feature. Or for example, the same is true for fuel fillings or fuel drains. You can have a camera that will be facing the fuel tank, and then you can configure an event that will trigger when there's a fuel drain detected. Some video devices, not all of them obviously, but some video devices have the necessary inputs to connect a fuel level sensor, for example, analog inputs, or some devices also have RS-232 or RS-485 interfaces. So with certain device models, you can achieve that if you want. If your main interest is driver violations, another way how you can view the videos is the eco-driving report. So eco-driving report is something that shows you violations made by the vehicles, and if you run such a report, it will show you the exact violations. One second. Sorry, wrong date. Nope. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Yes, here we have it. So as you can see, we have a report that shows violations. We have distracted driving, we have fixed speed limit violations, and also the number, as you can see. So it's not just one distracted driving, but actually these are 6 distracted drivings, 9 fixed speed limit violations, 1 phone call, yawning event, overspeeding, and you can run this report that will show you these violations. And then if you scroll to the right a little bit, you will also be able to see the video straight from the report. And this is how you can also view the video. So if we click on this icon, it allows us to check the exact moment of violation. And this is also quite convenient. If you don't want to search violations manually, you can simply run such a report, and then it will show you the video whenever this event happens. So it's quite convenient if you want to view only some specific violation types, or driver behavior violation types. So you can check what was going on, and then you will be able to see the exact moment of violation. So these are the main ways, but of course we also have the mobile app. So right now I'm going to show you that as well. Just 1 second. Sorry, I stopped sharing once again. Just 1 second, I'll quickly switch my screens. So as you can see here, we can also select our video device and check the videos. Here we have a tab which is called videos. And here you can work with video devices from the mobile app as well. So you can check live stream and see what is going on. So let's do it now. We have sound available, by the way, if you want videos with sound. You can probably hear the sound. And of course, same features like checking playback, checking files, viewing these violations and things like this. So if you would like to if you are on the go, if you don't have the access to your laptop or PC, you can still you and your customers can still use the mobile app to be able to check the videos, to be able to check the video evidence. Yeah, so this is how it works. And now we are proceeding with the Q&A session, and we will be seeing your questions and answering them. So let me check this. So first question is from Dovidas. Cameras like JC400, JC450, and GC261. Why does the camera change, say, the driver facing and the road facing while streaming? Second one, while attempting to stream, it keeps retrying. How much data is required to stream continuously? How long should a playback be? Does it consume data when you playback or download any downloaded file? Well, I would say that if you have any issues, which is unfortunately sometimes the case, then you may want to send an email to our technical care team, and they will be trying to investigate the cause of the issue. For example, why the road-facing cameras and driver-facing cameras are exchanging places. When there's an issue with the stream, usually it is something related to the SIM card, because the coverage may not be ideal in all of the places, especially maybe in remote or rural areas where the GSM coverage may not be fully available. But anyway, you can send an email to our technical care team so that they could check on our side as well, and see. How much data is required to stream continuously? Well, it's a good question, because it depends on the video quality. Devices allow you to choose the video quality stream. It also depends on the number of cameras, because obviously if you have one camera, it will be less data traffic consumed rather than if you have 3 cameras. I would say it also depends on the codec and also on the device that you are using. So you may want to do a live test and see how much data is consumed, because only this way you will be able to identify. Like I said, on the platform side, we are trying to work with meaningful video data, which means that, for example, if you have, let's say, even just 10 devices within the fleet, which is not a big number, so 10 is like very average fleet size. So I don't think that you will be able to view the live stream from all of 10 devices, because it takes a lot of concentration, and the person, even if it's a person's job to do so, to watch the stream continuously, then it takes too much attention, and it's maybe not even physically possible to watch all of the cameras from all of the vehicles. How long should a playback be? Sorry, I don't understand it, but like I said, the playback feature depends on the internal memory. So if you have a bigger SD card, for example, it would be you will be able to watch the playback from more time back, like let's say a couple of days ago, 1 week ago. Again, it all depends on number of cameras, on the quality, on other settings. When you are playbacking or downloading the file, yes, the data is consumed. Moreover, we have charges for data traffic consumption. So usually you purchase data traffic from us to be able to view live stream. So when the device is sending the data to the platform, is consuming the data traffic. When you're viewing the live stream, it happens. When you're requesting playback, it also happens. When you're downloading files, it also happens. So yeah, the consumption of data happens. Next question, what model camera and accessories do you use during the presentation? In this particular case, we have been using Hohen device, ME 4002, if I'm not mistaken. Again, like I mentioned, the selection of your device depends on multiple factors. So you may want to consider again availability, price, minimum order quantity, and you may definitely want to try a few brands to be able to select the best one, the one that suits your needs. And if you try only one brand, then in this case, you may not be able to select the best device. Next question is from David. Can you share the sensor configuration with us for the Hohen? Absolutely, yes, sir. We will do this. Just drop me an email if you're interested in the configuration, or maybe I also find your email after the session, and I'll send you the VLP file. The VLP file will you will be able to import straight to your account, use the sensor configuration, and I can also share sample notification configuration so that you could get event-based videos. Next question is from Gary. In files, can the manual download have an option to add your own video name, title, diesel theft? They're all same event. As far as I remember, no. Let me quickly check this. Yeah, it's just download or delete, but no renaming. But when you are saving the files, like when you are doing this from the playback, and when you are clicking on this button, it allows you to assign a tag. So if you assign a tag, probably it will be easier for you to identify such files, because if you assign this tag, then you will be able to use the sorry, this is by name. Let me try the type. No, maybe save manually. Yeah, sorry, not very convenient, but it is what it is. But the good news is that if you're working with event-based videos, like you set up notifications, those event-based videos will have the name of the notification. So as you can see here, it will be quite convenient to identify such events. Okay. Next one by Soren. Is there any way to show what caused the video, name of notification on the tracks? Not at the moment, but I believe that we can definitely take this as a suggestion for future improvements, because at the moment it only says video and not the name. Next question is from Clevis. So the video device are specific that are supported, or whatever device can be edited? Yes, we have the models listed on our website. sorry, there is there's a section on our website which is called integrated devices. If you check the video telematics, here you will be able to see the hardware that is supported. If you cannot find the hardware, you can always send us an email and we will check, because there is a chance that it is already supported. For example, the majority, maybe some big number of devices are using the Chinese protocol, which is JT080. And there are many devices which are working under that protocol. So yeah, definitely, if you cannot find the supported device, just send us an email. We will double check. Vijay, can I have the data usage requirements for SIM cards for home and dashcam? Like I said, it should be determined during live tests, depending on video quality, number of cameras. If you already have a test device, it's a good idea to connect it and then check how much data is consumed. The good news is that you don't need to have like maybe the full months, even like one day will be enough. So you can use the device in its typical scenarios for one day, and then you can simply multiply this number by 30, the average number of days per month, and then you will be able to get approximate data consumption. Steve, next question by Steve. Would it be a possibility to have a restriction put on the length of live streaming? Yes, I had one customer who had 3 different users streaming and it ran up to 60 gigabytes of data. So a warning to the user would be good to remind them. At the moment, I think we have a feature that ends the stream after some minutes of inactivity. I don't remember the exact number. So Anton, if you know the exact number when the stream ends after inactivity, please type it in the chat. As far as I know, there is yeah, actually in CMS, we have the limits for data traffic packages. So it is possible to set up a limit per each customer. So for example, one customer would not be able to use more than, let's say, 3 data traffic packages. And on Wialon, we have the data traffic size, data traffic package size equal to 1 gigabyte. So it means that, for example, if the limit is 3 packages, then the customer will not be able to use more than 3 gigabytes of data. However, it's not like, it's not a restriction like when you can limit the gigabyte size itself. So it's rather putting a limit to package size and not gigabyte size. Question from Natik. How many days does the replay save? Well, like you said, because if we are using playback, the entire video is stored in the device memory. So it depends on the storage that you have in your device. Question from Xavier. Hi, Tim. I saw that you can read the video when the ignition of device was off. How can we do that, please? In this case, Hoven is a device which cannot do that, as far as I know, because we connect the ignition wire. Basically, we just join the wires the plus, the VCC, and the ignition, and that's how we can read the video. And probably it's a wise choice by Hohen, if you ask me, because as far as I know, this device consumes a lot of power. We are talking amps here, so if you leave your device just like this and the engine is not on for a long period of time, we will run into problems because the device will basically drain the entire vehicle battery in a very short period of time. Question from Muhammad: can we troubleshoot dashcam's connectivity issues remotely? How does Wialon handle network reconnections after dashcam goes offline? Yes, we have several tools that allow you to check whether the device is online or offline. So first of all, we have the monitoring panel, and you can filter the devices by the data recency. Probably not here, but let me switch to this account. So you can display the devices that are not sending the data for a long period of time on top of this list. So here you can check such devices, and identifying such devices is the first step of solving the problem. Then you may want to check the raw data from the tracking device to see what caused the issue, but it's not useful in some cases. So, but yeah, definitely you will be able to view such devices, and we even have several features for that. Not just monitoring, we have real-time notifications feature that will trigger when the connection is lost, and you can set up your own time for the connection loss. Like for example, you can measure this interval with the interval with the typical interval of data and sending of your device, and then you will receive a notification. So yeah, on the platform side, we have means of identification, and then you will be able to troubleshoot based on that data. For example, restart the device, or ask the customer to restart the device, check the SIM card balance, and things like this. If we are talking about video devices, like sometimes you can have the case when you know, especially when you're doing like live streaming, you press play button, and then you can see that, you know, sometimes it's loading for a long period of time. What do I mean by that? Well, a few seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, 1 minute. And in this case, you may want to press play button once again, just not to wait forever. Press play button once again, and sometimes it helps you. Question from Jose Maria: how can I accurately measure and compare the latency between the real-time video feed from my MDVR 4G and the actual time recorded in Wialon? Is there a built-in feature or recommended method to analyze the delay between the live stream and the real-time events on Wialon platform? The delay is only a couple of seconds. Of course, it will not be instant, but I would say that around 5 seconds, maybe something like this. This is the delay between the stream and between what you can see on Wialon. Also, for each video, you have the timestamp. So when you're viewing this, you can compare the exact time up to minutes and seconds and see it. So let's check it now as well. Yeah, so as you can see, it's around maybe 5 seconds, no, but around 10 seconds, I would say, yes, from based on what I can see here by comparing the time on the video and time over here. in the lower left corner of the screen. It's around 10 seconds. So the delay is not very large, so you can use it for real-time notifications and be notified in real time. Yes, so I believe these are all of the questions that I can see. Let's continue then. So thank you very much for your questions. It was a pleasure seeing your active input. We were really glad to answer them. And before we end this session, I would also like to mention that we will be happy to meet you at our upcoming exhibitions. And as you can see, there will be a lot of events this year, upcoming events this year. So please feel free to stop by and say hi. And of course, we have our grand event, Telematics and Connected Mobility Conference, which will happen on September 10th. And this conference will be held in Vilnius, Lithuania. So please feel free to join this event if you would like to be a speaker. Also let us know, and follow this link if you would like to get tickets to this conference, and we have some discounts for Gurtam partners. So yeah, definitely check this out. And yes, that's probably it. At the end, as far as I know, there should be a questionnaire. So please take a few minutes of your time to evaluate today's webinar. This way we will know whether it is useful for you and whether you would like to have more events like this in future. And yes, thanks a lot for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you.